So let's have everybody come down, and you can sit or stand or whatever. It makes you feel comfortable and fun when you learn.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Everybody just go ahead and sit down.
What grade?
You don't have to.
Grade.
Would you like to bring
Grade.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Yes, you're all fourth graders again. Okay. All right, guys. Today, we're going to learn about the Jewish holiday Sukkot. Do any of you know what that is? Yeah, you would, AJ. For those of you who don't know, in the Jewish calendar, the festival of Sukkot almost immediately follows after Yom Kippur. So Yom Kippur is a really serious holiday, but Sukkot is a highly celebratory holiday focused primarily on rejoicing. Sukkot remembers the 40 years that the Jewish people spent moving through the desert without permanent homes, as told in the Old Testament. Sukkot also celebrates the time of harvest. Okay.
So what we're going to do today, this is part of a 3-day series that we're all planning to do over the next couple of days, and we're going to learn about 3 Jewish holidays, and for each one we're going to learn a different song. So the song that we're learning today is called Perot, or Perot. I'm not sure whether you can say the T in speaking, but it means fruit. And in this holiday, part of the tradition for it is building a very small shelter that people live in during the holiday and that they eat in and that sort of thing. And so this song is about the food that you might eat inside of the shelter. So if you guys could just echo each phrase that I sing. The first phrase is 2 repeated notes.
Ms. Karis, did you want to listen to it?
Oh yeah, let's do that. What a great idea.
We're going to listen to it first in Hebrew.
We're going to learn it in English, but we want you to
Yes.
hear it.
Or maybe we won't.
You have to hit laptop.
Oh, name. Okay.
Actually.
Let's
Yeah.
work 4th grade.
Miss Ayla, would you like to go ahead and listen to the
English version?
well, I was actually going to say the spoken version of the Hebrew.
Okay.
If you can find that.
Mm-hmm.
To make it easier for y'all to learn the melody, we're going to learn it in English, but we want to be sure that you hear what it would sound like in the original language. So, are you finding it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
This is the pronunciation practice for Perot. A
You guys can
traditional
try
song
speaking after
for the
her
Jewish
if you would
harvest
like.
holiday.
It's going to be an echo.
Listen as I sing the Hebrew words, then repeat them with the children on the recording. Perot, 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 Mirot zeliknot, Mirot zeliknot, Perot lechag Sukkot, Perot lechag Sukkot.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I just looked at
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, should we listen to the English version, or are you going to?
I'm gonna teach them the English version. So
Miss Kara is AJ showing off his Hebrew's too good.
I didn't even understand that, so.
I'm pretty sure that AJ is going to be just fine in our classroom experience. So that's the Hebrew version. Some of you looked a little bit terrified of that, so we're going to move into the English version now so that we can go ahead and learn the melody. So if you guys could echo my phrases. By fruit, by fruit,
By fruit, by fruit,
who will buy my fruit?
who will buy my fruit?
To celebrate Sukkot.
To celebrate Sukkot.
In the sukkah you will dine.
In the sukkah you will dine.
Grapes and apples oh so fine.
Grapes and apples also fine.
Plump tomatoes too
Plum tomatoes too
are hanging there for you.
are hanging there for you.
Good job. We can pretty much assume that this isn't a direct translation, but it should give us the overall idea of the original text. So, does anybody have any questions before we start putting those into larger chunks? All right, so again, echo what I sing and wait until I tell you to go. By fruit, who will buy my fruit?
By fruit, by fruit, who will buy my fruit?
Good, let's add a little bit more. By fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot?
By fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot?
Good job. Here's the beginning of the second half. In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine.
In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples also fine.
Plump tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Okay, let's try to put that second half, those two lines that we just sang, we're going to try to put them together. So wait until I ask you to sing. In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples also fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Good job. Let's do the whole second half, the whole first two lines together. Would you like me to sing it again and then y'all echo? All right. By fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot?
By fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot?
And then the second half. Sukkot. Yep. So here's the second half. In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples also fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples also fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Do y'all feel ready to put everything together? Any questions? All right. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
By fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples also fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Good job, guys. That was really great. All right. So, while we're learning these 3 Jewish songs for the 3 Jewish holidays, we're also going to be talking with each one about form. Do any of you know what a musical phrase is, dear fourth graders?
That which is ended by a cadence.
A phrase
In the Italian.
It's like a sentence.
A phrase that is music.
Good, yeah, a phrase that is music. What do you mean by it's like a sentence?
There's like a beginning part, and then an end part, and there's like kind of like a period where you take a breath, and then you do it again.
That's very good, fourth grade Dominique.
Thank you.
So when we're listening for musical phrases, we want to hear points that are sort of like stopping points. These might be the points where you take a breath. And so just to get us warmed up to this idea, we're going to sing through it once more. And every time you feel like there's a stopping point in the music, just put your hand up real quick, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4.
My fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? In the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
There could be multiple ways to do it, Miss Paris.
That is true. There are multiple ways that we can interpret this piece. Like I noticed that some of you put up your hands after, who will buy my fruit? But not all of you, and y'all looked a little bit confused about that. None of you were wrong. You can hear it either way. But for the purposes of today's lesson, let's say that my fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot is one big phrase. You can hear the by fruit as a sort of introduction if you want, or it can be heard as just one big long phrase. Let's call those first 4 notes an introduction. And then, who will buy my fruit? That's not. Who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? If we wanted to give some sort of name to that phrase, what do you think would make sense? That is a great idea, AJ.
We're in 4th grade. The correct answer is 7.
Let's call that phrase A.
Like AJ.
Like AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
Hey! All right.
AJ.
So those are the first 2 lines, and then the third line is, in the sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine. Does that sound like sort of a mini stopping point to you guys?
I think it's good. I raise my hand.
Let's call that line another phrase. If that was another phrase and the first one was called A, what do you think we would call this one?
B.
I'm hearing a lot of B's. Let's go with
B is in
B.
baloney.
Oh.
And then the last line is, plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you. We could call that C, but does that line sound to you guys like anything else that we've already sung in the song?
I don't know.
Here, let me sing lines 2 and 4 to you, and you tell me if you think that they sound similar. Who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you. Do those sound similar or different?
They have different words.
Different words.
They're the same except for the words. If they're the same except for the words, do you think that they should get a whole new letter?
No.
No. Let's call it A. A what? Let's just call it A. Does this make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Awesome. I believe that Miss Ayla has a movement activity to help
I
us
do.
solidify this idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody can go ahead and stand up.
So if everybody would stand up.
What's happening? It's his birthday.
Right. Very good.
Wow, that sounds.
Maybe next class period we should all wear our shoes so that doesn't happen. Okay. So, all right, let's make sure that we are close-ish to each other, so form a circle. Yep, a little cozy. Why don't you guys back up a little bit? We've got an O going on. Who would like a circle? Okay, so let's all sing the song for review one more time, okay? 1, 2, ready, go.
My fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? In the Sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Okay, so we're gonna add some movement to this. So on your first buy fruit, you're gonna grab hands with the person on your right.
Wait.
That's everybody. You're gonna hold hands. And so you're gonna sing buy fruit. And then on who will buy my fruit, you walk in. So who will buy my fruit? Okay? And then the next 4, you're gonna walk back out. So let's practice, alright? Right. Okay. So we all start hands apart. Okay. Drop your hands, guys. Come on. 1, 2, ready.
Buy fruit, who will buy my fruit?
And then we'll go back out. 1, 2, ready, go.
To celebrate Sukkot.
And then on the next bar, we're gonna
On the
move
B phrase.
on the B phrase, we're gonna move to the right for 4. Okay? 1, 2, yeah. In the Sukkah you will dine. And then you go back to the left.
Grapes and apples oh so fine.
Can you go in?
And then we go in again, Drew. That's a great
Because
idea.
we're
It's the same
A,
letters.
so
Because we're gonna say letters.
So we're gonna do the same movement, alright?
Yeah. All right, guys. Ready?
Tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
So this isn't a Jewish dance. This isn't something that you would do as part of the holiday. This is just something that we're doing to help you guys sort of,
Internalize the phrasing.
good word.
Yes.
So does everybody understand why we are doing the same movements for line 2 and 4? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody raise their hand and tell me?
It's the same phrasing. A and A.
So it has the same melody and the same rhythm.
That's what it's with the A on there for.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So let's do all the movements and sing the song together. 1, 2, ready.
Buy fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? In the Sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Let's do it one more time, and then I think that we'll be all good for the form.
Wait, we always do it every time.
1, 2, ready.
Buy fruit, who will buy my fruit to celebrate Sukkot? In the Sukkah you will dine, grapes and apples oh so fine. Plum tomatoes too are hanging there for you.
Hey.
Good job, everybody.
And
Dr. Hopkins, we don't need your judgmental looks.